Okay, so I had to do a full out track by track review for what I consider the real comeback album, the one that we've been waiting for. Um, I'm gonna break it down before I give a final review of each track and what I think about them, and then we're going to see what you think. Please leave comments on if you like the album or you don't, or you think what could be better, so on. So anyway, let's begin with Cold Wind Blows. It's the opening track of the album. To be honest, I am slightly disappointed with the opening track of the album. It's not a bad song. I think the verses are pretty good. There's some funny ass punchlines in it. Overall, it has that old Slim Shady type feel to it. But the things I don't like, I'm not feeling the beat. It feels kind of slow and sluggish, like da na 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 na. And the chorus is just annoys the shit out of me. It reminds me of like this encore feeling, like it's the cold wind blows. I just not feeling that. But the verses are good, and it's a good enough song to listen to. Just I don't think it's it's not Kill You or White America. I'm not gonna compare it too much, but it's not like that where you get that hype feeling or that crazy intro. Just didn't do it for me. But I would say that's about a 7.5 on it. It has some good punchlines. It's a decent song, listenable by all means. It's just the chorus doesn't do anything and the beat's not really doing anything to me. So the first track is so-so. It's good, just nothing special. And then we move on to Talking to Myself. And Talking to Myself, wow. It seems I will have to redo my top songs for Eminem because Talking to Myself is possibly my favorite real talk about his life since Saying Goodbye to Hollywood. I think it is so good. First chorus is excellent. It's done by Cole. And then you got Eminem who... where did this come from? Great chorus. I mean, he adds on to the chorus. And then the verses are so truthful. Basically, we get what he's thinking when he was on the drugs and all this crazy shit. He's talking about wanting to attack Lil Wayne, attacking Kanye West when he couldn't even write a line himself. It's just an amazing, truthful song. The beat is excellent. The chorus is great. Everything about the song. It is one... To me, this is the perfect Eminem song. This is a song I will listen to for years. Like Saying Goodbye to Hollywood, like The Way I Am. It's this type of song where I want to hear what he's saying. His emotion is there. His content is there. The beat is there. The chorus is there. Excellent song. One of his best, in my opinion. I'm not in the hype. I just think, seriously, it's going to be one of my favorite songs he's ever done. So, for that song, it got me hyped for the rest of the album. Definitely an excellent second song. We move on to On Fire. On Fire isn't bad. It's kind of funny because he doesn't even... In the chorus, he even says, in the second verse, he even says that it's not even a real song. He kind of just says, I tricked you. I put the two, I put a made-up chorus right in the middle just so you couldn't think it's a song or whatever. But it's kind of like a cocky, I'm the shit type song. Slow-paced, some good punchlines. Beat's good. It's a good song by all means. I have no problem with it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just right in the middle, like, bump your head to it. Eventually remember the lyrics because they're pretty easy to remember for the most part. But it's definitely a good song. You could just kind of vibe to it, you know what I'm saying? So, On Fire, fine. Perfect. Place perfect. I didn't hate it. We move on to Won't Back Down. I like the energy. I like the punchlines. They're some of the best he's done. But as far as the chorus, not feeling it. It was just kind of there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he really did a great job with that one. I don't know. It's just, as a song, it's not that great. As a freestyle, would have been sick because he has some sick-ass punchlines. But the beat's way too loud and the chorus isn't really doing much. It's a decent song. But, like I said, I don't hate it. So far, there's not a terrible track on the album. It's just decent. Like, it could have been good, but I'll give it a decent, like a 7. Then we're going to go to WTP, which is the White Trash Party. So, as you expect from that title, it's kind of a more joking around type song. But I think it does it really well. It's kind of just like, down, 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 down. I can't do the beat. But it's just kind of like just chill type song. Definitely cool. I definitely like it. Definitely a song you can bump in the car and kind of just, kick back to. And it has some funny lines. So overall, I like it. And the chorus is goofy. So it's a good goofy song. But You have to know that's a goofy one. Don't expect like an amazing song. Then we have Going Through Changes. First verse, great. Second verse nearly made me cry, and the third got me water-eyed. Now, I'm 21-year-old guy. There's no reason why I should cry to songs, but when you have an artist who basically tells you everything in his life, and you feel his pain on this one, you feel when he talks about proof, you feel like when he talks about when he wanted to kill himself, when he talks about wanting to come back into the game after he almost died, you feel this emotion that's just not other artists can do, and it's an amazing song. I love it. The chorus, good. The verses, some of his best he's ever written, especially the final verse. It's just an amazing song. Very truthful, and definitely a song I'll be replaying plenty of times just to hear how tough his life is, and reminds me a lot of Saying Goodbye to Hollywood, and these type of tracks always to me are great. I basically feel it's like deja vu, but even better because they put more emotion into it. You put more truth. You get everything straight out, and great song. I'm gonna have to give it a very high. I would give it like 9.5, maybe 10. It's one of the best. We're Talking to Myself. They're probably the two amazing songs so far on the album. Great. Then we move on to Not Afraid. Now, Not Afraid seems to be mixed because a lot of people don't like the jabs, the punchlines. They feel it's corny. I personally like them. I love Not Afraid. I give it like an 8.5. I think the message is great. I think the beat is okay. It could have been better. I don't love it. And the punchlines sometimes are a little corny, like gassed up and shit. But overall, the message it gives in the final verse, great inspirational shit. It's like Beautiful, but instead Beautiful kind of feels like a depressing song. This feels like an uplifting, like we're gonna fucking make it, don't you ever give up type of shit. So Not Afraid to me is a great song. I love it, and definitely fits right after Going Through Changes. But Going Through Changes is basically leading up to him on the change, and Not Afraid is like, this is it, I am changed. So excellent. Next song is Seduction. Seduction is a funny one. Seduction, the song, it's like a fucking, it's like he's seducting you. It's really well done. It's slow paced, but it has that raw anger. It has that emotion. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just a great song. Like, you get to, into it. You're like, this is pretty good. And then he does this little things on each verse, different types of kind of like changes. And like the first verse, he's like, on one, and everybody's like, come on, son, like stuff like that. It just kind of makes it really flow well. And then it's just a great song. The beat's really powerful. It's like boom, boom. It's just great. I love it. Seduction's a great song. I really have no bad things to say. I would say it's in between good and great, mattering what you want. I love the chorus though. I'll tell you that much. The beat is good. Verses are good. Then we move on to No Love. Now this was a song I was worried about because I fucking hate Lil Wayne. I still think he sucks. However, he comes on this song, and I have to admit, I don't hate his verse. It's just kind of okay. He doesn't fuck it up. However, I will say, the chorus is great. They basically sample that song, Love You, or No Love, but M mixes his voice, and so he's like, don't love me, nope, don't love me, no more. It's just like really good. Like, you would never expect this type of song to be done by Eminem, but he does it great. The chorus is excellent, and his verse is one of the best he's written. It is phenomenal. People won't understand it. They'll have to process what he's saying in that verse, but the second you listen to it, listen to the words he's saying. He's energetic. He's here. He's in the zone. This is some of the best shit he's written since 8 Mile. The only way I would like this song more if it was all him. I think he came so strong because he was on a track with Lil Wayne, and just to prove that he's better. But if he had another verse and he had this chorus, it would easily be it would be a 10 out of 10. With Lil Wayne on it, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I really don't like Lil Wayne. Most of the times I skip him just to get to the chorus and then M's verse. But, M comes hard on this shit. If this was released as a second single before Won't Back Down, people would have, their minds would have been blown how well done this fucking album would have been. And No Love is excellent. If it wasn't for Lil Wayne, it'd be a 10 out of 10. For now, it's a 9 out of 10 for me. So we'll move on to Spacebound. Spacebound has to be one of the coolest beats. It's different. but it's great. It's kind of like this sad melody, but this kind of like, not uplifting, but we can make it through, like boom 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 boom. It's just really well done, and M fucking flows on this beat wonderful. It's almost like he owns the beat, like the beat was made for him. It is so well done. I love the verses, I love the lyrics. It's a great song. It's probably the most surprisingly song. I thought it was going to be a silly song, came out real serious, and I love it. Another 9 out of 10 for me. Maybe 8.5. I'll put it 8.5 because it didn't grab me like 100%. But yo, that first verse, especially the end, you take my breath away, you my supernova. Spacebound now. It's just excellent. You'll see what I mean when you listen to it. Spacebound's great. I would again give it like 8.59, mattering the mood you're in. But shit, man, he came with that.